Hey, what up everybody? Welcome back to my pickup video. I got some new stuff here, so I figured I'll show y'all what I got. I know it's been a while, but I got a few things I want y'all to check out. So let's get into it. First of all, I'm going to show this duster, you know, for my games and stuff like that. Finally broke down and bought one of these things. Got tired of spending all of that money on them cans, you know, and this seemed to work real good. It's real high powered, so I was happy to get that. So next look at I got a couple game controllers. So I got like a Genesis game, not a Genesis, this is a Nintendo 64 controller. This is a little loose, but it's still straight. You know, the purple one. Got a that Saturn analog stick controller. One of my boys gave me a good deal on that, so I was able to pick that up for my Saturn, which was pretty cool. Now I got some other controllers here that I was kind of surprised to see out in the wild, but I said, I'm gonna get all of these. It was a good price too. So these are like the Wii or the Wii U GameCube style controllers. Like this is Yoshi, you know. So I was able to get this Yoshi one here, and then Princess Peach, pink one, and we got Luigi, the green, and then the good old Mario, of course. Was able to get Mario too. So I thought these were some pretty good pickups there. So let's take a look at some of this other stuff here. I got some systems here too. So the systems, I was kind of surprised to see these two, which is two PlayStation 1s with the televisions on them. Now this one seems to won't stay back here, but it worked. I tested them both out. They only came with one, you know, power cord, whatever. I always have power cords and stuff like that. No other hookups and stuff or controllers. But I got such a good deal on them. I think one of these, probably this one, was like only $5 with the screen. So I said, wow, I'm gonna get this. And then the other one, which is the screen is tied on in here too. And this PlayStation brand too, which is nice. And this one was like $14.99, so $15. So I said, yeah. I'm gonna definitely take these. So these was real straight to pick those up. Then this here, this is one of them Yobis. It said it worked, you know, like it got the two controllers in it. I don't know, I see the TV hookups, but I don't see the power cord in it. So I'll hook it up and see. I mean, it plays, I think this is the Genesis PlayStation 1. I don't know if I can see that, them Yogis. I should have took it out of here, but let me take a look right fast, because I haven't even looked at it myself, so we can look at it together. You know, and I figured out, you know, I heard some guys talking about that this is okay to play your games on, so this might be good for me. Like when I'm testing stuff, I could take it on the road with me if I want to test some games out or whatever. But yeah, that's the power, I mean the TV, audio, video jack, two controllers. Oh, this is Nintendo. This is just Nintendo. It's just one. But that's alright. Like I said, it was only like $5, so that's cool. I might hook this up today to check it out just to see what's up with it. Which leads me to this one. A black Wii. So I was able to find this black Wii, which was pretty sweet, for like $12. And then when I opened it up, it had a game in it too, which was Super Mario Bros. In it. So it works too. So I'm like, that's sweet. You know, got a Super Mario Bros. And a black Wii for like $12. I said, can't pass that up. You know? So, oh, and also, it was just too much to put on the table, but I picked up another Super Nintendo. So this Super Nintendo, basically, it's funny how I get this stuff. It just comes in and comes right out, because as soon as I got it in, I told my homie, and my homie was like, I need a Super Nintendo. So of course, you know, I had to give it to my homie. So I gave my homie my one of my other ones. I said, because I didn't get a chance to clean this one up. I tested it. I did test it. I know it's working, but I said I gave it to my homie because he is my homie. So, you know, I gave it to him. But anyway, that one came with one controller and the power cord, of course, and a what's this? A RF deal. But I got plenty of I like the other connectors anyway, the Nintendo 64 connectors. So I got plenty of those anyway. So that's not a big deal. But anyway. So looking at that, let's talk about some of these games here because I got some games too. So as you see, a lot of games. Now this is supposed to be me not buying as many games anymore. This is supposed to be me slowing down. So as you can see, I ain't been slowing down. But anyway, picked up this Arkanoid. So you know, for the Nintendo, I saw a white Nintendo controller. I didn't know what it was, right? And I left it there and just got the Arkanoid. Then when I got home and realized that was the Arkanoid controller, like a dope I didn't buy because I didn't know what it was. I just thought it was an off-brand generic controller. So I missed out on that, but that's how it goes. I was a little bit disappointed on that now that I know that Arkanoid got a controller going for about $30, $40. But anyway, picked this up pretty cheap too, so that really wasn't that bad. And then my homie who I gave the Super Nintendo to, he bought me this game. I told him he didn't have to buy me nothing. He's my homie, so always, you know, I'll look out for him. He always look out for me too. But he picked me up this Mario and Luigi Paper Jam for the 3DS. Because, you know, my 3DS collection is kind of weak, you know. Because I ain't really into the handhelds that much, but I figured, you know, I said I was good looking out, so I appreciate it, man. You know I do, so, you know, I appreciate it. You know I play it and give it a try. I'll let you know what it's all about. So let's see what else we got here. I got a couple manuals here right fast, too, since we're on the Nintendo tip. Ikari Warriors 2, picked that up. Super Mario Bros. And Mario Bros. For the Black Label. I saw those. I said it'll come in handy, you know, when you need those games and stuff like that to, you know, complete your sets or whatever. Before I had showed y'all a regular Nintendo controller with the USB jack on it, I found the Super Nintendo USB controller. So these things are pretty handy, man. I gotta tell you, I like these, man. So I pick these up when I see them, you know, because it's nice to play on your computer or whatever you got a USB on. So these are pretty cool to have. So I picked that up too. Also, this is a box Donkey Kong for the Nintendo. I think this is for the Intellivision. Yeah, this is for the Intellivision. I saw it boxed. It was only a couple dollars. You know, of course, this is classic. So I said I'd go ahead and pick that up too. So that was actually kind of nice to grab a hold too. So now let's take a look at some of these. PlayStation games. So I don't remember how much I paid for them. So it was probably only a few dollars anyway. But Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. Never really been a big into these Tony Hawk ones, but the first one I heard, especially on the Dreamcast, is pretty good. So I said, why not try it? I mean, you know, I'm getting to the point where the old school games is kind of where I'm hovering at. I'm like, the new games ain't appealing to me all that more anymore, the newer systems. So I said, this is where, I guess I'm showing my age, where I'm starting to appreciate my old school games. But anyway, here's Croc. You know, I don't know how many of these Crocs I got, but I saw it. I said, you know, Croc is cool. Okay, I'm going to talk about this one here too, because I knew I would come find this game out in the wild. And I was kind of disappointed because I was like, I used to have this game. I said, this cheap old game. And you know, I'm into my Smurfs, right? So, it's Mobile Light Force, the first one. So, I said, because I got two, you know, which is what, Shikigami 2, I think it is, or whatever that is. And one is, this is Gunbird. Is Gunbird 1 or Gunbird 2? I think it's Gunbird 1. So I said, this is a good game to have. I used to have it, but I think I used to have the Gunbird. So I said, let me just see how much this thing goes. They're like $30. I said, $30 for Mobile Light Force? I used to see this thing in the bargain bins for like $2 or whatever, you know, real cheap. So I can't find it for nothing. So I saw it got $199 on the back, right? So I was like, oh my goodness. I said, and the thing wasn't in it. So I asked the dude at the pawn shop, I said, man, I hope you still got this game. He looked in the back and came out and got it. And I was like, cool, you know. So I said, I paid $2 for this in a heartbeat. And it was all scratched up too, right? So the dude said, oh man, this thing is all scratched up. I said, all right, sorry, I'll still take it. He said, yeah, okay, man, but I'll give it to you for a quarter. I said, cool, give it to me. Because I know I'm sitting at home with my electronic buffer thing. I don't know where that's at, my Easy Pro. So I bust this thing right out. This thing plays sweet. And it's nice to have this back in my collection considering how this crap is going for as much as it is now. I'm like, I can't believe it, but it's good to see that Mobilite Force back in there. And the Super Mario Bros. Wii that I got for the Wii that was in the black Wii, there it is right there. That's, again, like I said, that was kind of cool to have. Kids Pinball, I just saw it and picked it up. I'm like, you know, Kids Pinball. Thought I lucked out on this at a Goodwill for $3. This is Resident Evil Nemesis. Again, like I said in some of my earlier videos, I'm kind of into the bonus disc and sample disc and stuff like this. This got the bonus includes Dino Crisis. So, of course, when I look at it, there's the Dino Crisis, but no Resident Evil Nemesis. So that kind of hurt me on that. But I said I'll still buy it for $3 because I said I'll keep the case. And I'm sure I'll probably come across that Nemesis eventually. So, you know, even though I ain't off into those games. Oh, and lo and behold, I'm talking about Tony Hawk. Here's Tony Hawk 2 for the PlayStation. So I actually got Tony Hawk 1. Tony Hawk, yeah. Tony Hawk 1 and 2, you know. So there that is. I'll get that later. But anyway, let's move on this way because you see I got a lot more games here. I wanna try to keep this at least 15, 20 minutes or something like that. Uncharted 4. A Thief's End. I beat this game. My boy that I gave the Super Nintendo to, see, he always look out for me, man. He sold it to me for half price. So, and I appreciate it too. This is a very good game, by the way. Anybody into the series, and I'll tell one of my other homies, you don't have to start out with like 1, 2, or 3. You can pick right up and play it, you know what I mean? So, if you want to do that, I'll recommend to play on 1 or 2 or 3 because they're actually a lot cheaper now. But this is the one. Only one I didn't beat is for the Vita. I don't have a Vita, so, but this one I'm gonna try to look and see if I can get that one for the Vita. And again, is matter of fact, I'm gonna play this one too. This is for the PS3, Transformers Devastation. So I was able to get this Transformers Devastation again from my homie. Again, I appreciate you looking out for me, homeboy. You know what I mean? You know I do. But anyway, that's that one. Sniper, what's it? Sniper Ghost Warrior. I kind of like those sniper games too. You know, playing the Metal Gears and stuff, so I figure I might as well try one of these sniper games, see how this is. Anybody know anything about it, you can tell me if there's anything good or not. But since it was only a couple dollars, I figured I'd get it and try it out. And then here, I just show these together, because these are 2 PS2 games. This is Naruto, Uzumaki Chronicles and Naruto 2 Ultimate Ninja. Got both of those too, you know, for the PS2. So I figured out those are pretty cool to have. So we got those there. So let's keep moving here. I hope I don't have to break this up. That's what I'm trying to keep moving. But anyway, here's a Castlevania Curse of Darkness. It is complete. You know, I paid a couple dollars for that. The Bible game, that's complete. Metal Gun, that's complete. And a complete Battlefront 2 I found out in the wild. I was actually kind of surprised, you know, so that was actually a good one to pick up, you know, so that was complete. Then also, now I didn't find this out in the wild, but I did get this at, what was it? Picked up, whatever that electronic game, what is it? Game, it's not game. It's been so long since I went to that store, but you know, the game store, GameStop, yeah. GameStop online had it. I was kind of surprised, so I ended up getting another copy since it was kind of cheap. Of course, it wasn't complete, but this is an extra copy, so this is my spare copy I got. Let's see what else we had. I used to have this before too, Beautiful Calamari. So that's another nice one to kind of pick up. Samurai Showdown Sin, it's only the disc, doesn't have the manual, but you know, I got this too. I tried to beat it, get kind of cheap at the end with a dude with a rifle. You fight a dude with a rifle as the boss, you know, and so they say, don't bring a sword to a gunfight, and that's exactly what it is, because all he's doing is shooting. So, but anyway, maybe I'll play that again. Now, since I was out in the wild, I'm just going to show both of these together. I think I found this one first that didn't have a manual, and then I found another one that had a manual. This is Ashura's Wrath. And I beat this already on the PlayStation 3. So I saw these on the Xbox 360. I said I'll go ahead and copy these. I'm probably gonna get that download with Akuma fighting them too, because I think that's pretty cool to have. So I want to play that too. I didn't get a chance to do that. But anyway, moving on, and then Bayonetta, which is a good one for this one is complete. Yeah, I think I already got a Bayonetta too, but this one is complete too, and it was only a couple of dollars, so I figured I'd get that. But anyway, let's take a look at some of these Genesis games, because I got a lot of Genesis games here. Some of them are repros too, which is some nice repros. So I'm going to show y'all these too. But here's I'm getting clumsy trying to speed up Mutant League Football. So there's Mutant League Football. What is this? Pack Attack, and all of these I think are complete. I'm pretty sure they are, and the manuals were pretty clean on them, and the games are pretty clean. I was really surprised that these games were so nice that they were in. But that's the Pack Attack. Here is Aladdin, which is some good Disney games. This one got the black and white manual in it though, but it still is complete. What else we got here? Another Disney game, Lion King. Let's see. Lion King's complete too. Like I said, it's really, really clean. That's why I picked these up, and they really wasn't that expensive. So I kind of left out on these. These were about $7 each. Tiny Toons Adventures. What's this? Buster's Hidden Treasure. Another one. This is complete too. Nice and clean manual and everything. So I was kind of glad to pick that up. Wolverine. I think I did a trade with my boy on this one. I think. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I gave him one of my Genesis games. I think we traded out for something that he didn't have. Might have been Thunder Force 2, I think. Yeah, but anyway, I had a complete Thunder Force 2, and I traded them out for this Wolverine because I didn't have it. Surprisingly, I didn't have it. And then lastly, this one too was really a nice pickup, man. I just found this yesterday. This is Batman Revenge of the Joker. And again, this was in that $6.99 stack. So I'm like, wow. I said, I think the manual wasn't complete, but it was in there. And the game was nice and clean. It says it's a Blockbuster rental, but this is like a $70 game. So that was actually kind of a good find there. But now, lastly, I'm going to show y'all these repros. Because I found the hookup, and now he's gone, of course, and that's how it is when you find guys with repros. You better get them while you can, because he gone just as quick as he was there, like a thief in the night. But this cat has incredible repros, man, and these repros, some of them got the manuals in them and everything, But anyway, let me show you, because in this one, in the play, it says Mega Drive, but it's got the Genesis card. And you can open it up and take the card out if you wanted to, but it fit right in the US Genesis and it worked. This is Super Fantasy Zone. So of course this didn't come out in the U.S. So I'm like, yeah, I definitely want that. So I got the Super Fantasy Zone, the Awesome Musha. Only the card on these though, which is all right. I mean, you know, considering how much Musha going for, and I got Musha sitting back there on my shelf behind me, but it's nice to have a repro card. I don't have to mess with that one too tough, and it worked just fine, man. All of these cards work just fine. Here is Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Now this is one with a repro manual in it. Like I said, really cool, man. Like I said, I was really impressed by these, that he ended up having these the way he did. But so that's Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Let me put this up. Contra Hardcore, you know. This one I don't think had a manual in it, but you know, hey, it's Contra Hardcore, which is a good repro. Got a good deal on that. Another good game. A lot of smups too that didn't come out here. That's kind of expensive too. That's another reason why I wanted these two. I think this one is just a card too, without the manual. But this is a Mega Terracan, yeah, which is another good game. Anybody know about that? That Mega Terracan. So that's pretty sweet too. And another one that didn't. Well, Mega Terracan came out here, but this I know didn't. This Veritex. So this Veritex is another shooter, and I was real happy to get this. And like I say, this one came complete with the manual in it too. Very nice repros, man. This dude did these well, you know. So I was real happy to get this, because this was on my list for a while, and I'm glad I was able to find it. Then another awesome one here now, Eliminate Down. So this one, I was like, man, this was a nice find here. Now this one I happen to have, he sent me an extra chip. So this is what this chips look like, you know, so you know that they repro, but they work. And this is this Eliminate Down didn't have a manual in it, but it's nice to have this, because this is a really, really good shooter that didn't come out here, and it's really expensive too, you know, so you can find a repro on that. I would tell you by all means to pick that up. Now lastly but not least, and this is what I'm going to close it out with, is Mega Man and Wily Wars. So I was able to find this for the Genesis too. I was happy to get this and add this to my collection too, since it didn't come out here in the U.S. This one does have a manual in it too, so it's a complete repro. Very nicely done, you know, so I'm really happy with this. Happy that he was able to hook me up with these, you know. Too bad I can't find the dude and get no more of them, but these are all my pickups. So you know, I appreciate everybody checking out my channel, you know, and seeing what I got here. All, you know, all my regular people that check me out, I really appreciate it. So, but until the next time, you know, and I post something else, peace.